Hey there everyone, welcome back. This is video 3 of our Adobe Premiere basic editing tutorials. I am Mr. Tubes, and in video 2 we went over how to split, how to add a transition, and how to use some of our effect controls. And in this video we're going to go over unlinking. We're going to cover a little bit more of our effects controls and how to use them and where to use them and all that. And then we're going to add a title, or we're going to add text to our video. So let's start with unlinking. Unlinking comes in handy if you're trying to just either edit your audio or your video track itself and you want to leave the other one alone. Like let's say you want to cut some video but you want the audio continue, but you want to cut it to where you can make a transition, have edits and cuts in your video, but you want the audio to flow freely and continue, maybe you're doing dialogue or stuff like that. So to unlink, it's really simple. Just select your clip, you come up here and you right click unlink, and it's really simple. Now the video and the audio are separate entities now, and we can do like what we were doing earlier. Let's say we want to split it. So we want the video to split here, and we want it to split somewhere down here. Now we want the audio to continue, but we want to get rid of this piece of clip so we can do a transition or move to a different section of the video. We right click, we can remove that. And now due to the unlinking, you can see the video moves freely and isn't even a part of the audio. So now the audio is untouched, and we can go in and drop a dissolve or anything like that. And it'll transition, but the audio will continue. That is just one of the ways unlinking can come in handy. Now let's go into a little deeper of how to use our effects controls. Now before we went over, you select your spot, make sure your clip is selected, you select your spot, you go up into your effect controls. We have our effect motion, our opacity, and our time remapping. Now let's say you wanted to do, again, we're just going to keep it simple, do a fade to black. You can come in here in your effect controls and select add keyframe, 100% add keyframe, move it down 0%, add keyframe, there's your fade. An even simpler way to do that without having to go into your effect controls is to just do it down here. Now if your tracks are collapsed like this, you can expand them, and now you can see everything. You can hide the track, mute your audio. But another easy way to do, now this is the same with volume, the same to do a fade out on your volume, a fade in on your volume. What you want to do is you want to select, add your keyframe here, add your keyframe at the beginning, and there you go. Now you can take this keyframe, drop it down, use your multiple keyframes, whatever you have to do, and now you have a simple fade out, or you can adjust keyframes, that simple, and make a very simple quick fade in. That goes the same for your audio tracks. You can come down here and you can add your keyframes and drag, drop, select, move anywhere you like it, and that'll add an audio fade in, fade out. And this can be done for your fade ins, fade outs on your audio, video. Of course, if you're wanting to do your motion, anything like that, you're gonna have to come into your effects controls, or any effects that you've added will show up here and you can do it there. That is for your more in-depth. I just want to show you guys another branch off your effects controls to make it easier, so you don't have to come up here just to do your opacity and volume. It makes it a lot simpler and quicker just to do that easy stuff down here. Now the third thing we're gonna cover real quick is adding a title screen or adding text to your video, whether it's at the end, in between, stuff like that. Let's get into it then here. So it's as simple as clicking title, new title. You can do a default still, a roll, or a crawl. You can edit your motions if you know how to do it. I will cover this later in some more advanced stuff of how to do motion and stuff like that. You can make your own rolls and crawls, which makes it a lot better. You can get a lot more detailed with it. We're just going to go with the default still right now though. You can adjust your width, height, stuff like that if you need it. It does a standard one. You can rename it. Right now we're just going to do a standard title. So the title pops up, and you can now edit that. Also, With that, see how in the background? You can, that way it gives you a preview. Now if you just want to see it up against black, then you can just select anywhere in your project that doesn't have video. But if you're wanting to, it's nice. It gives you a live preview, so you can see, you can put your text, if you want to put your text up, or you're trying to, add text to your live video. It really helps out, and so that's nice. But right now, we're just going to go to black. So once your title screen's up, it's automatically selected, your type tool. You just click excuse me, and then just start typing. Typey type. And you'll see that there. You can come over here, adjust your font size easily. You can adjust, pretty much everything. Your X position, your Y position, your width, your height. You can rotate it, make it tilted. You can do pretty much everything right here. It's really nice. There's so much you can do. That's what's nice about these bigger, beefier, industry style programs, is that you can adjust basically everything. You have your different font styles, stuff like that, your colors, your fills, you can choose your strokes, shadowing, everything's right here. And once you're done, just exit out of that and it adds it right here. And then as simple as just dragging and dropping, just like any other media. Now we have it, typey. And now it's at the end, you can add, let's say you want to add the end, the beginning, you can add your transitions to the end. But let's say you want to add it somewhere in the middle of your thing. It's as easy as either just putting it up here, and let's say you want it. You want it somewhere in here. You come in with your tool, and you want to select this. There we go. You want to remove that. Let's say you take your title and you can move it right down in here. And there you go. Now your title is in there. And like I said before, this is where the unlinking comes in handy. If you want your audio to continue, you unlink it. Otherwise, it's ready to go and everything like that. And you can move that in. You can add transitions here, whatever you want. But that's basically it for this video. Hopefully that helped. We went over some unlinking, how to make a title, and then we went over a little bit more effects controls, and I hope that helped. Stay tuned. We got another video coming. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, hopefully it was helpful. Please hit the subscribe button and check me out on Twitter at Mr. Tubes. Thanks, guys.